All right, here I am, another Tim talk. God, we just passed 100 recently, and I'm like blown away. I can't even believe it. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your commitment to watching these talks. It's an honor that you would listen to them and consider what I have to say important. And I want you to know I'm always speaking first and foremost for the Earth, for our dear planet Earth. Um, I want to talk today. This first talk is about timing, and we call it timing in nature. Okay, and what this talks about, it's about, first of all, when is the right time to make a difference in this world for our Earth. And if you read the news, if you hear what's going on, you listen to the scientific reports, you pay attention to what's happening right now. For an example, we live in a fire danger zone. We love our place. The thought of losing our school and our home to fire is terrifying. I've recently had a kid come to my school to do a rite of passage, and her family and three families that she knows all lost their homes in a huge fire last year in the Santa Cruz Mountains near Santa Cruz, California. It was personal. I listened to their story. I have a dear friend who was told as the fires were burning in Santa Cruz that to evacuate. He did, and the fire department said his house burned down. He wasn't allowed back until 5 days later, and his house was there. The fire burned to within 40 feet of his house. And the firefighters, the heroes that they are, had put it out, but the communication was messed up, and he had 5 days where he thought he'd lost his home. I can't even imagine that. I love our place. I love it. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life, is having this land and being the caretaker for it. So I understand. And we have to live with a certain amount of real fear that something could happen. And of course, at the same time, we prepare. We have water tanks, we have sprinklers, we have hoses ready, we build our awareness, we have an escape plan. You know, we deal with it. And I guess I should almost entitle this talk, How to Deal with Potential Disasters / and the timing of it. The timing of it. And the other overall thing is how to deal with this thing that's constantly, if we're educated and have a commitment to education, this thing called global warming and how it's affecting us. The fire danger, the droughts, the migrations of people, insects moving further north, more issues with mosquitoes and ticks and things like that. The warming of our sacred planet, millions of animals on the verge of extinction due to things we've done. And here's the craziness, folks, and we're all in it together, and I'm not putting myself up on a pedestal. We're still driving our cars. I do it too. We are destroying the air by driving our cars. Now, good news. Ford Motor Company made a huge commitment to, by 2030, having most of their vehicles electric. And Chevrolet just came out. GMC, the same thing. Corporations are starting to come around. I read recently that environmentalists are now on the boards of many of the oil companies like Exxon, and forcing them to make a commitment for alternative fuels. Things are happening. Finally, we got rid of that evil named Donald Trump, who had no belief in global warming or care whatsoever. Now we have a president running the country that at least believes in it and cares and is fighting to do something right. But all the while this happens, you got to remember, folks, I work with children, and I look in their faces every day and I wonder, how do they handle the weight of this impending so-called doom upon them? And what I can only say is it has to do with timing. And the timing is simply this. I have a sticker that says it. Get off your butt, get out in the woods. You have to do a number of things. One is you have to be committed to building your relationship up with our Earth. That means getting out and hiking, exploring, climbing the trees, practicing curiosity in nature, exploring the creeks and the rivers. You have to build the relationship up with the Earth so that you feel her pain, you feel her fear, and that slash equals motivation, which equals timing, getting off your butt and doing something. There are a million things you can do, a million things wherever you live. Look into local organizations that fight for the environment and try to go and help them. Don't try, do it. Help them. Volunteer. If you live near the ocean, pick up every bit of plastic you can find. When you walk on the beaches, carry a big bag. Always pick garbage up. Get people to join you and go in groups and pick it up. Okay? Look for anything that needs done. Clean up rivers that are damaged. Fight, watch for polluters and expose them and make them pay. Join environmental organizations. Vote for people who care about the earth. I don't care what your political beliefs are. How can you not believe in caring for our earth? Vote for people who care for our earth. I always say that. And those who don't vote, then you are a part of the problem. And you must deal with that demon that lives within you and get it out of the way and do what's right for our planet. We are at a critical time now. It is vital that we get off our butts. So the timing is simple. Now is the time. It's not tomorrow. It's not the next day. It wasn't a week ago. It is now. And we must find a way. I literally believe the two words, earth caretaker, is the purpose for us on this earth. Claim it and fight for our earth and at the same time enjoy our earth. And your life will become a dream come true and our earth will benefit and all the living things upon it. And finally on this talk, what this does for you is in carrying the weight of all the impending doom that you read about and hear about. The way to deal with it is to be part of the solution. That's why I say, take action. The timing is now. Make a difference in the world now. And that's how you'll be able to handle all the weight of the issues coming our way. The last thing I would say, I've already said that once, but whatever, is make the way you shop, the way you live your daily life good for the earth. Buy foods that are not produced in a way that harms the earth. Buy products that aren't harming the earth. Support companies that do good for the planet. That's one way to do it every day. And think about how you walk. How are you affecting the world when you walk? Ride a bicycle as much as you can. Ride a skateboard, get an electric car if you can. There's books and books out on what to do. Just simply straightforward books. What to do. They're all over the place. Dedicate your life to the earth, to be an earth caretaker, and enjoy the ride, because it will be a good one. And I have great hope in our future. And if you need a little more hope, read a book called Blessed Unrest by Paul Hawken. Blessed Unrest. Incredible book about people and groups of people just naturally and organically rising up and fighting for the earth and social justice. And it gives you great hope that it always comes down to the people, not the governments. The governments will react when the people speak up. All the best.